What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. I do hope you are doing well. Thank you as ever for stopping by. Genuinely, I really do appreciate it. And yeah, all good. You're not subscribed, make sure that you are. Make sure that your notifications are turned on. Make sure that you are liking the video for me. Make sure that you are hyping it for me as well. And if you could make sure that you are liking the audio version for me as well, if you're listening on that. So either on Apple or on Spotify, just make sure that you're giving that a follow for me and liking it for me also as well. So if ever there was an epitome of a game of two halves, that was absolutely the epitome of a game of two halves. So we might as well just jump straight into it just to make life a little bit easier. So here we go. Liverpool 2, Leeds United 4. Didn't think I'd be saying that after the end of the first half. Now, slight confession that I need to make. I didn't get to watch the game. I had to listen to a watch along because, for whatever reason, I couldn't find anywhere to watch the game. So listening to the watch along and listening to how the game kind of unfolded. In the first half, we were, in my opinion, very, very poor. There was a lot of mistakes being made. There was a lot of not knowing where you're supposed to be. There's a lot of players not doing sort of the right things at the right time, all of that kind of stuff, and just wasn't happy with the overall performance of the players. Now, it's very, very difficult to get really, really frustrated at a pre-season game. It's hard for that, and you kind of feel a little bit awful doing it. However, with that being said, when the basics aren't being done right, or people are making mistakes, it's very clear to me that there's something better that should be going on. So, in the first instance, Chambers scores in the 7th minute with people just not paying attention. Flick on comes in and the ball gets, people not picking up the men. The usual kind of stuff. And then Wirtz scores in the 40th minute with the ball over the top from Rio and just manages to put the ball in. Cairns, he's an old boy, can't get down very, very quickly, and he struggles a little bit. I felt that the 3-4-3 system really wasn't working very well for us. I felt that we were trying to pass our way out of defence a little bit too much, and we don't have the players who have the ability to be able to do that, in my humble opinion. When we try to escape a trap or escape a press, we really struggle with the passing limit. We're just not quick enough. We don't have that speed of thought as we normally would do. Just one of those things. Liverpool were a couple of steps closer to it than us. There were a couple of paces ahead of us in the first half. We were just off it a little bit. Goodmanson had to come off injured, which was slightly annoying. Hopefully he's all right and it's nothing serious, and everything's absolutely fine with that. So, yeah, just not brilliant in the first half. It felt but it's difficult because it's pre-season. It's like, well, it's valuable minutes in the legs again. But I always say this with pre-season, you want to see in every single game, you want to see the levels just starting to go up a little bit and just getting a little bit better. Now, step in second half, because holy crap, I don't know what happened. I don't know if Liverpool just sat off us. I don't know. Just overall the way that it went, but we were infinitely better in the first half than what we were in the first half. We were aggressive towards the ball. The press was good. We were aggressive in the tackle. We were quicker. We were 20 yards further up the pitch than what we were previously. Just everything from what I could hear and from what I could understand was just working quite well. You got Brendy coming on, who I thought had a very, very good game when he came on. I thought he played fantastically well. You had Longstaff that came on, and it's no surprise to me. Longstaff, I've been very impressed with Longstaff in pre-season. I think that he's taken every opportunity that's been given to him, and he brought a level of control to the midfield that I didn't think that we had when Tanaka was on. Tanaka is blowing very, very hot and cold at the moment. So, yeah, just not great from Tanaka. But when Longstaff came on, I thought he wrestled that bit more of control out of the midfield and brought it back into our favour a little bit more. So with the long legs tackling and just making a nuisance of himself, which is what you really want him to do. Harry Wilson, when he came on, I thought was absolutely brilliant. Just his intelligence, his long balls, his short balls. He's one or two steps ahead of everybody else, which is really, really cool to see. His crossing that was going in, played some lovely balls into the box. And just DCL, doing DCL things, making a nuisance of himself. Mecha was okay in the first half, but Mecha struggles to hold the ball up a little bit. He can put himself about, but he struggles to hold the ball up and then convert any chances that might come from it. Whereas DCL is very much the complete article, and you can see he's not, this first pre-season game, and he's bagging 2 like that against Liverpool as well. So it's, for him, as a personal thing, being an Evertonian for such a long time, it's great for him to score against Everton. But 2 really, really good goals. Lovely side foot finish for his first one and the headed goal for the second one. Long throw-ins, people getting knock-ons, and it works again. Just absolutely brilliant. But the second half, just everything about the second half was better, quicker, faster, into everything quicker. We just upped the pace a little bit. And that's the thing with this Leeds United side. When we up the pace a little bit, we are a much better side than what we give ourselves credit for. We know what we're good at, and we know what we're not good at. And what we're not good at is trying to pass the ball out of defence all of the time. We need an out ball. Mecha's not that good at holding the ball up. DCL is. So the out ball can go to DCL, and then people can then play off of DCL. So then you've got Ampadu, who had a very, very good game, I thought, in there as well. He got an assist, obviously. Tariq, again, great game. Good. Really like what I saw. Rodon in the centre of defence, I thought was really, really good as well. Made some good tackles. James was okay. I don't know why Barker insists in playing him on the left-hand side. He's much better on the right-hand side. But just overall, it was very much a game of 2 halves. There's not a lot else more that you can say about that. It's great to come away with the win. It's great to see that never say die attitude is still there. It's great to see that we have the ability to keep going and keep going and keep going and not giving up, which is, that's the key thing. If you look at it, our 3 goals after the first one that we scored were all scored between the 71st and 85th minute. So that last quarter of a game, where we were really, really strong last season, again, we're still strong. We're carrying that through, which is a good thing. We've just got to stop giving teams 2-goal head starts. But really, really poor in the first half, I thought. But the second half was so much better because we upped the pace. When we up the pace and we're aggressive, we are so much more better. So, from a point of view of seeing improvements, even though it was listening, a point of view of seeing improvements, that was really, really good. That coming back from the adversity, if you like, of going 2 down. You can't get too carried away because it's not by any stretch of the imagination a Liverpool first team. So you can't really, like I said, you can't get too high with it, but you can't as well get too low with it either. You've got to try and remain as neutral as is humanly possible with it and try and look at it in the context of what we're actually watching. The pitch, by the way, was horrifically bad. It was horrible. It was in patches. The ball was bobbling. We'd put long balls over and it just, when you expect a ball to go like bounce, 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 the ball it was just going bounce. And it was just holding up all of the time when passes were coming through. So that definitely benefited us in the second half because we were on the better side of the pitch as opposed to the worst side of the pitch, which is where we were in the first half, or what we were attacking to in the first half. But I'm just pleased with the desire and the resolve and the attitude in the second half and the fitness in the second half as well. That's kind of what you want to see. And it's nice. It's great for the fans who were there. What a fantastic game to watch. Liverpool, Leeds United, ends 4-2. Just really, really good to see overall. And it's positive. For me, I can take positives for every single game that I've watched so far. Listen to. I can take positives from it. I can get happy about certain things. What it shows as well is how important DCL is for us. Hugely important. And he needs cover. Absolutely needs cover. It shows again, we definitely need a left back as long as hopefully Gabby's okay, but we need a left back without a shadow of a doubt. The keeper needs to hurry up and come in. We need a number 10. We need probably some form of defensive cover as well. And we need to look at players that are going to be going out this season and make moves for those and make provisions for that to actually happen. But the end of the game, you can't be anything other than happy with, for me. Just, again, the attitude. First half, appallingly bad. We were 5 steps off of everybody. Second half, upped it a little bit, and we cooked Liverpool in the second half. We were by far the better team. Like I said, the aggression, the press, the control overall, that's how we win football games. That's what this team is good at doing. And that's what we need to focus on and keep doing, because that's what will win us games. My humble opinion. That's going to do it for this one. Nice little short one for you. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. Make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are turned on. This is the important bit now. It's down to you. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Did you enjoy the game? What did you think of the first half versus second half? What did you think to the players that came on? I thought Wilson, Longstaff, DCL, Brendy all looked very, very good when they came on. Really, really, really good when the game came on. And just as an entire levelling up of the team, they all did very, very well. Really, really well. And I really, really like Muramovic's little... He seems to be enjoying himself. He seems to be liking all of his players that he's playing with, which is really, really nice to see. So he's fitting in really, really well from what I can see, which is great. Like I said, that's going to do it for this one. Take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Appreciate your time. Cheers.